where are we at with the deal between the Premier League and the EFL, and where do the FA fit in with that?
Well, there's no discussions taking place. In effect, right. The EFL have put forward what they consider to be a fair request, which is 25% of a joint TV deal with the Premier League. The Premier League says, we think that's too much. Could a meeting take place? Yes, it can. The Premier League is now waiting to see just how much power the independent regulator will have before it makes a decision to give any more money to clubs in the EFL. One of the arguments put forward by the Premier League is that, well, hold on, we've got people such as Bet365 owning Stoke, and they're richer than probably 16 out of the 20 owners in the Premier League. But there are workarounds to that. You can say to an owner in the Championship, for every £10 that you put into the club above a certain limit, you lose £5 worth of your solidarity payments from the Premier League, and that goes back to the Premier League. So there are solutions to this, but there doesn't appear to be a willingness from the Premier League to give anything up. And we did see a couple of years ago, when there was a change of government, that all the offers were then taken off the table totally.
The problem with trickle-down economics, you'll know a lot more than I do, Kieran, is that it doesn't always trickle down. And it doesn't always trickle down to the right people. And what you take away by doing this is the possibility of that silver bullet coming into a club and literally saving. I look at Exeter City. I even have to say those words in this discussion. I look at Exeter City, who were dying. The club was absolutely dying and was about to be shut down. They got an away trip to Manchester United. They got £1 million from that, and it literally saved the club, literally saved them. So by taking away that possibility of a silver bullet that saves the club, you are taking away sort of the miracle of all that can happen and the magic that can happen in the FA.
You're right, and remember, those matches don't have to go to a replay. So I think the replay issue is separate. And again, why can't there be a simple workaround? What we do in the FA Cup is we have a similar position to that we have at Wimbledon for tennis, and you seed things. So the Premier League clubs are guaranteed a match against a club from Leagues 1 and 2. And that's great for the finances of those smaller clubs, or those clubs from the National League who have got through to the third round. Absolutely brilliant. The fans get to see their team play against a much bigger club. They get more money in the coffers. Why can't it be done with that as part of a broader issue with regards to there is a huge problem with fixture congestion, but at the same time, the Premier League was silent when we had an increase in the number of matches for the Champions League.
It starts earlier than that as well. If you're Sholing FC, or if you're Craig Valley Paper Mills, or all those teams that make up the pyramid and make up the lifeblood of our game, for them to draw Dagenham and Redbridge away is actually massive for them. So to take it away at all points in the trophy in the competition is absolutely mad.
Well, you're right, but if the National League, if non-league clubs, if the EFL clubs had been involved in that discussion, then presumably the replays would have been banned from the third round onwards. It was the fact that they were completely ignored, completely sidelined, that such a poor decision has been made.
Any chance of it turning around?
Well, we've seen political pressure from both the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition expressing disappointment. There's nobody coming forward and saying that it's a great idea. I think the best thing to do is to get the EFL and the National League into the conversation and come up with a better solution so that there is financial benefits to those smaller clubs as a result of this decision, which is being made to make the Glazers and Fenway Sports Group and Stan Kroenke they're more valuable. And let's not pretend it's being done for any other reason than that.
Always good to talk to you, Kieran. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Kieran.
Carry on. Love to Kevin.
Love to Kevin, yeah.
Will do.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.